In a vast burning desert lived a fragile little bird. Her life was filled with hardship. She was always sick. Her feathers had fallen out. She could no longer fly. She had no nest to rest in, no food to eat, no water to drink, just dry winds, endless pain, and the heavy silence of loneliness. Each day was a struggle to survive, and each night brought nothing but sadness and exhaustion. One day, as she lay weak beneath the scorching sun, a white pigeon flew overhead. The little bird, barely able to lift her head, called out, "Brother, please stop." The pigeon gently landed beside her and asked, "Sister, why do you look so sad?" The little bird blinked slowly and whispered, "Where are you going?" "I'm on my way to heaven," the pigeon replied. Hearing this, a faint spark lit up in the bird's dull eyes. She folded her wings together and said, "Please, when you reach there, ask God about me. Ask Him when my pain will end. When will my bad days turn into good ones?" The pigeon nodded kindly and said, "I promise I will ask." When the pigeon reached heaven, he was met by a glowing angel at the gates. He shared the story of the suffering bird and asked about her fate. The angel listened silently, then responded, "God has written 10 more years of sorrow for her. She will not see happiness until then." The pigeon's heart sank. "If I tell her this," he said softly, "she will break. She will lose all hope. Is there no way to help her?" The angel paused for a moment, then said something unexpected. "Yes, there is one way. Go back and tell her. In every situation, no matter how painful, she must say, 'Thank you, God, for everything.' This is her true test." The pigeon returned and found the little bird still lying in the sand, her breath shallow but waiting. He told her everything about the angel, the 10 years of suffering, and the powerful message. At first, the bird didn't understand. "Thank you? For pain?" she asked. But something inside her stirred, and she decided to trust. She made a vow to herself, "Whatever happens, I will thank God." When the hot sand burned her skin, she whispered, "Thank you, God, for everything." When her throat ached from thirst and there was no water, she said again, "Thank you, God, for everything." When her feathers fell in clumps and pain made it hard to breathe, she still said, "Thank you, God." And then something began to shift. Her body, once frail, began to grow stronger. New feathers started to appear, shiny, smooth, and full of strength. One day, as she was walking slowly through the desert, black clouds gathered overhead. The wind picked up, and suddenly heavy rain began to fall. Water pooled into a small pond near her. Tiny green plants began to grow around her. The air became cooler. The desert, once lifeless, started to bloom. The bird looked around in awe. She felt alive again. She could fly again. She was smiling again. 10 days later, the same pigeon was passing by. He gasped in disbelief. The dry desert was now filled with life. And the bird? She was flying high, laughing, and filled with joy. Confused, he rushed back to heaven and asked the angel, "You said she would suffer for 10 more years, but it's only been 10 days. How is this possible?" The angel smiled and replied, "Yes, her pain was written for 10 years, but when someone honestly says, 'Thank you, God, for everything,' in every moment, good or bad, they begin to burn their past karma." Her test was passed. Her heart was pure. Her 10 years of sorrow were reduced to just 10 days because of her gratitude, and that, dear listener, is the hidden truth we often forget. When life gets hard, most of us start to complain. We ask, "Why me?" But we don't realize gratitude has the power to change our reality. When we say, "Thank you, God," even in pain, we rise above our fate. Complaining makes life heavier. Gratitude makes it lighter. So from today, no matter what you're going through, promise yourself this: whatever situation God puts me in, I will always say, "Thank you, God, for everything." Sometimes, just one small change in perspective can transform your entire life. Let's say it together now, with full heart and faith. Thank you, God, for everything.